Welcome to Happy Half Hour. I think I'm still Troy Johnson. This is the podcast where we tell you everything that's going on in the San Diego food scene, everything you need to know in order to be able to eat comestibles, in a refined, in a blue jean way. This is Jackie Bryant to my right.
Ooh la la.
Jackie, she was kind of gone for a couple weeks.
I know. I got a 2.5-year-old and we're in daycare now, so
She followed me on Instagram.
We're in the sick cipher. I've been just emailing everyone, being like, "I'll see you next month." Maybe.
How old is your kid?
2.5.
2.5.
Yes, we're in it. We're getting croup. We're getting hand, foot, and mouth. We're getting all sorts.
Oh, you're getting the variety pack of Kid Sick.
Things I didn't even know existed. So
nice.
So I'm back. I'm better. I'm not contagious, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So just to be able to fill you guys in on random stuff that you don't need to know about, but maybe you have this weird obsession with other people's lives and their misery. This morning, I was driving my wife's bug. Now, she came from New York. She's just a grizzled, hardened subway New Yorker. Right?
She's a crazy person. She drives a stick shift in San Diego.
She drives a stick shift. She comes to San Diego from Brooklyn, and she's like, hey, for two things that she had. She said, look, you gotta move me somewhere where there's a lot of action, and I gotta be able to walk to get a coffee and a drink and wine and everything else. So I said, and she's like, I want something that's a little bit gritty, hard. And I go, I got a place for you.
And it's funny. I lived there for 5 years,
OB?
right after I landed in San Diego from New York. So, because same thing. I was like, if I'm going to be in California, it's going to be an ultra California neighborhood, but it's got to have some OB.
So OB, we've learned, is the gateway from New York to San Diego.
It really is.
It is.
I have all of my New York transplant friends I met in OB.
Before you're just, a jumble of SPF. And the Midwestern, Southern California, lack of priorities and or hurry, you end up an OB, try to get the grit out of you, and then you move into the suburbs and, find a dog that possibly has crossbreeding. And, anyways, it's a long journey.
It is a long journey.
But OB, point of that being is that when she moved here, she said, if I'm going to drive, she hadn't driven since she was 16 years old. She hadn't had a license because she was in New York. You don't need it. Yeah. The city drives you. And she said, I'm going to get a white convertible to live out my California dream. So she got a bug. It's this white convertible, cute little thing. So I drive it around and
very cute.
I look like a man driving a cabriolet. I look very, very cute.
I've seen you driving around town before in it is actually, there's some of the happiest moments of my life because I'm like, I bet that's Troy. I bet that's Troy in that white bug convertible. And it always is. And I'm like, yes.
And just blasting Taylor Swift out the window.
Yeah. No, it's pretty great.
And this morning I'm driving on the freeway and I hear something. It sounds like I run over a tire iron, just this kind of metal sound underneath my car. And I'm like, well, that didn't sound very good. It sounded like some really sharp rocks just kind of went up in the bottom of my car. And as I'm slowing down to get off the freeway, I start realizing that I'm dragging something. And it sounds like I've run over R2-D2 and I'm dragging him down the off-ramp and he's screaming for his life. He's like, Luke!
Were you at all scared that you were dragging a real human body?
There was one moment I was like, what did I run over? What am I dragging? And so it turns out, underneath your engine, you have this thing called a splash compartment, whatever the hell that is. It's basically like a metal door on the underside of your engine so that rocks don't get up into it, and when it falls, when you're on the freeway, the wind will keep it up. So I didn't realize that anything was wrong. But once you get off that freeway, it just started dragging. It was the most horrific.
It's like having a prolapsed undercarriage. You know what I mean? And all your insides come out now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. Yes.
Sorry, I've given birth.
Absolutely. Sorry, I've given birth. Sorry, I've watched a video of a weightlifter on YouTube.
Oh, that's so real, dude. That's so real.
So
anyway, back to the undercarriage.
Now that we are absolutely disgusted, the entire podcast
our
audience
food podcast.
Who wants to talk about food. Some of that delicious prolapse. Okay. Anyways, we've totally gone off rails. Today on our podcast, we have a woman who made fresh gnocchi on a plane.
Yes.
I love this woman so much because you're like, why not? You're on a long plane ride and you just see next to this window this bowl of flour, a couple eggs go in there. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she starts hand rolling gnocchi on a plane. And this video goes viral. Turns out this is an actual woman, not AI. And she has her own pasta shop that's named after her parents. And she's here in San Diego, and she's going to come in and she's going to talk about her viral moment and also talk about her kind of journey of kind of going from a corporate nice job into doing pasta once the pandemic hit, and now becoming the super viral making gnocchi on a plane girl.
I love that arc.
I know. I do too.
It's incredibly heartwarming.
I'm excited to meet her. She's bringing some of her pasta. Now is the time when Jackie tells you everything that is happening in San Diego's food world. It's time for the news, buddy.
Everything. So
everything. I did this while you were gone.
I know. I listened. I'm very proud.
I sucked at it. No. It's great. I felt good. I felt good until I was like, I don't know when this day. Here's this event, and I don't know when the date is, but
now
it's
that
happening
I'm better at it, I can
soon.
be critical.
I didn't. Yeah. All right. This is your news.
Keen Cleaver expands to Oceanside. It's a City Heights burger joint that opened in 2023 by Jennifer Hager and Chris Dainty, and it will open its second location this December. It's at the old Breakwater Brewing address at 101 North Coast Highway, Suite C140 in Oceanside. So they get their beef from Perennial Pastures Ranch in Santa Isabel, which is like Ramona area, which with buns and beer sourced from San Diego makers and mostly local spirits behind the bar. Dainty tells Beth Demon that the expansion was a necessity after University Avenue construction in City Heights. It lasted over a year longer than expected, and it cut their business by like 40%. So this new ocean...
That sucks.
It's like insane. 40%. That's unsurvivable. That's like totally insane. But that's I was just
talking to a restaurateur.
It's happening all over the city right now.
Yeah, the construction in the city is. I'm like,
sexy streets. They're doing it. Ooh, sorry, I just like the city's so broke, and then we're doing sexy streets, and then like business. I just don't know what's happening.
I am anymore. The worst human being in the world, and here's why. Because I look at the city streets and I go, "Whoa, that pothole just took out my entire chassis. That sucks. Somebody should probably do something about that. I think we're paying taxes." And then some very nice gentleman with capable hands comes down and puts some cones up, and I'm like, well, this sucks.
I know.
There's traffic. What's he doing? He's like, I'm fixing the pothole, you asshole.
They've been putting steel, digging trenches in my neighborhood, and I'm being a brat about it, but our road sucks. So no, it's good. I'm glad to see this because it is a real problem in this city. Right. I have fucked up my undercarriage many a time on these streets.
But that sucks for Keen Cleaver, but I'm glad they got a new spot.
Yeah. Okay. So and it's like right downtown. So it's right by the Mission Pacific and the Seabird and all of that. So cider night at Cellar Hand.
This is our next one. Cider night at Cellar Hand. Cellar Hand, if you don't know, I did a review of it a while back, and it was a different chef. It was
Logan Kendall.
Logan Kendall. I was going to say Luke. Logan Kendall, who's one of my favorite guys in San Diego, period. He was one that Pali Wine Company, which has a great tasting room in Little Italy. And then they opened up Cellar Hand in Hillcrest. And it has it's in the parking lot with a 7-Eleven, it's where the farmers, next to the DMV, where the farmers market launches. But his right-hand woman is cooking there. She has been since day one. And their food is phenomenal.
It is.
I mean,
Pally's wine is great too. There are a number of bottles that I actually
natural, low intervention,
regularly buy, spend my money on. I really, really enjoy them, especially the crushable reds.
Yes, Pally and Cellar Hand, definitely worth going to check out. Anyways, cider night happening.
It's happening. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what else is actually finally happening? It happened.
Was that the entire news?
No, we have so much more.
No, of cider.
No, I just thought you were like wanted to move on. So I was like, okay, we're moving on. Okay, I actually do have more.
Ayahuasca took over for a second.
It does happen. Yeah. I have more information about this. So it's hosted by Beth Demon, our food news writer, one of my best friends. We love this. She has written a book about cider. She reports on cider. Beth Demon is your cider gal. She's hosting it, and she is a damn fucking good time. She will be hosting alongside cider makers, all local, Serpentine Cider, Calico Cidery, Raging Cider and Mead, and Oddish Wine, which is Oddish Wine is my favorite.
Oddish Wine was on. If you haven't seen our best restaurants cover, you should definitely search it out. Actually, we're sold out at the issue, but we got 83 of the top,
but you can see it
most interesting people that are doing cool shit in San Diego's food scene, and put them in the same room at Layla. And Oddish was there. Both of those guys,
the best,
the husband and wife.
So there'll be pairings for $20 a flight, 4 ciders, and you're going to learn more about the San Diego's orchard scene, how local cider makers are doing it.
Go meet our food news writer.
Go meet Beth. Beth is seriously the most fun person. She's been a good friend of mine for 10 years. That's just because she's cool as hell.
Okay. Tony
So
Hawk.
something else that is 100% totally actually happening, it even happened yesterday, is that Tony Hawk finally opened Chicken Hawk in NC's.
And Andrew
And Andrew Bachelier.
Like this, you guys.
They did it.
This was like, it was like, is Jesus coming back, or is Chicken Hawk gonna open first? You know, it was like the second coming. That was like 75 years
Nearly
that we're
5
waiting
years.
for Chicken Hawk to open.
That's half a decade.
Now, if you think about what happened in this time, and we've talked about this in the past, now fried chicken sandwiches. Andrew Bachelier was one of the opening chefs at Je ne Jolie. He was at Addison. He was at Amaya. He's a phenomenal chef and a really cool guy. He partners with Tony Hawk. They announced at the time there was not that many fried chicken sandwiches places.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, believe it or not.
There was once a time.
And they were going to open up their fried chicken sandwich joint, and it was going to, and it's going to crush it, and it's going to be amazing. But the shitty thing is they signed this lease in Leucadia, and because of city permits and because neighbors were complaining and everything else, you get a ton of NIMBY stuff going on. And maybe the neighbors have some legitimate gripes. There is a skate ramp in the actual restaurant itself, and if I was living next to a place that had a skate ramp and I was going to hear that the trucks going back and forth, I might.
No, I would be stoked as hell. That is the coolest thing that's ever happened. Sorry, everyone needs to just get over it and embrace it.
I'm a YIMBY for sure. Do it in my backyard. But anyways, 5 years passed, and when in that time before they could actually open, they announced it, and then they actually opened. 4,000 fried chicken joints opened up.
But you know what? I had an ex-boyfriend once who is a real piece of crap, but he said something really funny that was the truest thing I've ever heard. He said, "No one has ever been mad about more fried chicken."
Yeah.
And I was like, that is actually words to live by.
Right. You know, it's so funny because during the pandemic, I would make these dumb jokes on the internet, and that was actually I did okay. You know, CNN and Rolling Stone and all, Funny or Die picked them all up. One of them I made some sex joke, and they were like, "Oh, you're really original making a sex joke." I'm like, it will never. Who will ever stop making jokes about that?
Because it's weird and it's awkward, and everyone does it and is a product of it, et cetera, et cetera. It's
be
funny.
upset about fried chicken. Fried chicken will be made from now until the end of time.
Yeah. No one's going to be mad about it. So they'll be fine. Everything will be fine. We just had to wait. But
so anyways, they're open.
I've got some details.
Okay.
Just to
Real quick. Yeah.
The menu. We've got the spicy Birdman fried chicken sandwich with purple cabbage slaw and kimchi comeback sauce, duck fat fries, salads like a Kona bowl with avocado and quinoa, a French onion creme fraiche, Osetra caviar dip with house chips.
Okay.
There's an electric green neon ball cocktail with lime aperitif, Thai basil, lemongrass. It sounds insane. Cheapskate lager from Viewpoint Brewing, a global sparkling wine list, which is amazing because sparkling and fried chicken is just like the best wine pairing, pretty much. Sparkling wine and chicken.
Sure.
So I love that they're doing that. The
Champagne
interior.
and fried chicken.
Yeah, we mentioned that skate ramp. It evokes like 80s, 90s skate culture. There's murals by Shepard Fairey, Mark Gonzalez, and David Pursue from Bunny Kitty. This is like so cool. Patios. There's a skate bowl look. Bachelier calls it fast fine dining, and Hawk calls it a long time coming.
Okay, question for you. And this is an Andrew Bachelier salad. And Andrew's just a phenomenal cook. And he knows flavors of food, and his entire staff and crew does. Would you go to a fried chicken joint and order a salad?
I have eaten salads at Crack Shack, but that's only because I eat at Crack Shack a lot. So
Like,
if it's not like my neighborhood
self-preservationally.
fried chicken place, no.
If I go to a fried chicken joint, I have one singular effing mission. I am getting that fried chicken, and I am getting that grease, and I'm going to use that grease as like an oil of Olay sort of experience. I'm not even going to nap it. My face is a napkin. I'm just going to get all in that sin.
You know what I used to do? Back pre-COVID, when I was working during the daytime as a freelancer, I would go to Little Lion a lot, and I would just take a table and order food all day and work there all day. And they used to give me their kale salad, and I would ask for fried chicken. It was like a very big upcharge, but they started calling it Jackie. They're like, "Do you want your salad?" So I guess I'm the person who does that.
Fried chicken and salad.
Kind of embarrassing.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So Priya Krishna at UCSD.
Yeah. She's a New York Times food reporter and author, and she's headlining Art Power's An Evening with Priya Krishna. That was yesterday.
Okay, not Priya. Priya came to town yesterday.
She was here. I really hope
she
you
had
saw
a good
it.
time.
If you didn't, I'm quite certain that Art Power and UCSD has a recording of it online, and we will link to it in the blog post.
That sounds good. Moving on.
Crack Shack, more fried chicken. It's turning 10, which is insane because I 100% remember when it opened, and I just cannot believe that 10 years have passed.
I know.
It's still one of my favorites.
A decade of the one in Little Italy. Yeah.
Yes, the one in Little Italy. they are offering $10 birthday cocktails, a limited edition pint glass, and $5 beer refills when you buy the glass.
And that pint glass, when you refill it all month, you get it for $5.
Oh, all month?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's nice.
I know. Crack Shack is one of my favorites. We've had it on the podcast before. We sat down with Chef John Sloan.
Coupe de Ville for life.
Coupe de Ville for life is so damn good. And their miso maple butter. Oh God. But Chef John Sloan, it's a offshoot of Juniper and Ivy, which we've talked about in the past. Everybody knows it now. They've got the location in PB. Congratulations to them on 10 years. I love it when I see high-end chefs, do something casual and cool and mellow, and it takes off. And that's kind of one of our success stories. It's our Crack Shack.
Objectively good news. And this is objectively sad news.
It's our Crack Shack. That is the Crack Shack. It's our Shake Shack. Sorry.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is our Crack Shack. Las Cuatro Milpas. It's closing after 90 years. Mm-hmm. So obviously, I don't even know that it needs an introduction, but opened in 1933 by Petra and Natividad Estudio, and the Estudio family still runs it. It's closing after more than 90 years of service. They've decided to retire. They're putting the property up for sale. Their children don't want in. They all have other different professional jobs. The family did well for them. They're famous for their hand-pressed tortillas, lard fried beans, and long lines around the block. They were featured on Netflix Taco Chronicles, countless best of lists. I've definitely authored 18 million of those. I know you have as well. Mm-hmm. And its closure marks the end of an era for San Diego's oldest running taco shop, and obviously one of the city's first cultural landmarks.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Was you hear the barkers and chirpers on various internet boards who are like, "Oh, Las Cuatro Milpas is overrated. There's so many better taco shops in town." I'm like, "Oh, shut up!
It's good.
Shut up!" For 90 years, this family has been making their own tortillas and their own masa every single day and frying it in front of you. And did they keep up with the microgreen cilantro, better ingredients, sort of thing? No, they did not. This is what this taco shop.
And did it matter? No, it did not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was phenomenal. And it was, kids from the neighborhood in Barrio Logan would show up in the morning. The kids who could not afford food, they would have like cereal for them, like ready to take them to school. There'd always be a line out there. When Claire came from New York to San Diego, that was the first place I took her.
It's so crazy because I was just going to say my first business trip to San Diego, which was about a year and change before I moved here, had no idea I was ever going to live here. I was staying at the Hilton right on the waterfront, and I Googled I'm in, where am I going? And it was Las Cuatro Milpas, the first place I'd ever had Mexican food in San Diego, and I walked there from the waterfront, which was an odd choice. That was a New Yorker mistake, obviously. Yeah. And so, I had the exact same experience. It's iconic.
And it is the end of an era. So thank you to the Studio family for being such an icon of taco culture. If you haven't seen our most recent issue, we did 40 tacos to try before you die. And I did all of my research. I went out into the streets and tried a ton of tacos, and obviously it's tacos that I've tried in the past.
You can die now.
Yes, this is it. This is my magnum opus. But they are in there. The Studio family, we kind of did a feature on them, and there's this beautiful photography from a black and white perspective of taco shops across San Diego. I believe it's Marshall Williams. Am I making that up? Emily, you're off camera right now. Marshall Williams?
Marshall Williams.
I think so. The photographer's name, who did this beautiful series of black and white taco shops across San Diego, Marshall Williams. Go look him up. It's on the cover. If you haven't subscribed to San Diego Magazine, you should. This is a podcast. We do the social and stuff like that for free. But the magazine that comes out is a beautiful fucking art project that we do every single month. And we tell all the stories from across the city. And that issue is beautiful. I got an email from Claire's mom that said, or a text from Claire's mom, and she was like, "This is when you pulled it all together."
Ooh, that's high praise.
I know. She is a toughie.
She'll tell you.
I mean, not a toughie. She's a lovely human being. But she'll tell you what thinks.
I like that.
Anyways, subscribe. SanDiegoMagazine.com. SD Mag. It's $18 a year for the entire year.
Plus a cocktail.
It's worth everything, and it's beautiful. We would not send you penny saver trash. I promise you. I think sometimes I read stories that are penny saver worthy, but whatever. I try better. That's it. That's our news. We have our guest coming on right now. This is Happy Half Hour. I'm going to try to keep it to that half hour right when she comes in. We have our new producer, Paige, is on. Our last day for Julia. our producer, Julia, who's off camera right now. She's been with us for 2-3 years. She's moving into the fashion industry, and today's her last day in the office, and there's beautiful pastries, and she became a podcast producer on the fly and just learned everything. You've been a joy. I've loved working with you. Thank you very much. And she just has that like North County easygoing glow about her, a positive force in every room. Paige is like goth and brings a different energy. I like it. All right. So this is going to be a whole new era of Happy Half Hour. Anyways, our guest coming on next. All right, like I said, we have a San Diegan who fell in love with pasta, who just released her new cookbook, Buona Pasta, and has a company or a community by the same name, the Buona Pasta Club, that was named after her parents' pasta shop. She got internet famous and possibly internet bullied. For making gnocchi fresh on a plate. I saw the video and I go,
if you're offended by that, there's something wrong with you. I'm just gonna say this right up front.
Right? Yeah. She was making, you see this bowl of flour just come by this plane window, and it was the most wholesome thing.
Talking about touching grass.
Because yes. And if you think about the worst, I mean the worst food in the world is plain food, but here you see this glorious piece of like a bowl of flour and this.
She just wants everybody to be better. She just wants life to be better.
Right.
How could you be mad at that?
And she made pasta on a plane, and it went viral and everything else. But more than that, she started her own fresh pasta company, and the book has one of my favorite chefs on it, Curcio Lota from Corey Pastificio, who's opening up a new restaurant in La Jolla called Dora, but he also owns I already said Corey Pastificio. Okay, there you go. I'm blanking out a little bit. Black it out, everybody. One of my favorite chefs in San Diego endorsed your book, which is fantastic. Yes. Welcome to the show, Katie Brooks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just a confirmation.
Okay.
I'm like shoveling food in my
We're going to confirm this right now for everybody, because part of what she does is she teaches pasta classes both online and in person. She does private stuff. She has her own cookbook. She brought us in 2 pastas that she made from scratch. Will you please explain what we're eating, because it's goddamn delicious.
It is so good. I'm dying over here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you love it. So we have the spinach and ricotta agnolotti.
Okay.
So both of these are in the cookbook, and that is in a creamy sun-dried tomato sauce.
And agnolotti is like a ravioli, like
exactly. It's like a little mini pillow-shaped ravioli.
Pillow-shaped, like unfolded laundry. It's kind of that laundry that's puffed up after it comes out of the...
Yes, it's like when you take a throw pillow and you like puff it up ever just so before like some rude ass person comes and sits, their nasty back on it. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the cutest shape. I love it. Everyone asks me what my favorite shape is, and that's the one I always say.
Also kind of looks like a breastfeeding pillow, but yes, I love that.
Okay, yeah.
So much room to stuff things in.
This show has gone off the rails since minute 1.
I'm so sorry. I can't take 2 weeks off ever again, because then I just get all this weirdness built up in me and it just comes out.
Hey, I will take all your weirdness. Your weirdness is a plus to this show, Jackie.
But the agnolotti are incredible.
Okay. So you said ricotta. We got spinach. We got sun-dried tomatoes. We got
cream and butter and fresh parm,
garlic,
spinach.
All the good stuff.
Okay.
Super simple. And then they're filled with ricotta, parmesan, and spinach.
Aside from loving the shape, was there any story behind that? I mean, obviously, when you're a cook, there's a lot of I tried this or this was inspired by, or...
It was probably my first really cool shape that I learned that I just fell in love with, and then I kept making it and making it.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, they're just so cute. I love it. They're good.
They are so cute.
Yeah, they look good.
Sometimes cute is good.
Yes,
very
good
cute enough. Okay, and then now let's go on to your pesto, which comes from a part of Italy that is my biggest regret to this day. Yes. When I traveled there, I've only been
Genoa.
I've only been to Italy once. It's and I missed this part because I was like, look, I'm 23 years old, and it sounds like a bunch of fishing villages strung together, and it sounds like it's just old people walking by it. And I didn't go, and ever since then, every single person that I've come across has been like, you messed up. You missed this place. Where is that pesto from?
So this is from Cinque Terre. Genoa, Liguria region. So this is a super authentic pasta dish. So trophy is the pasta, and it's made with semolina dough, and it's hand formed, and it makes this cute little, again, cute, like swivel shape, which also each shape of pasta, including the annulati and the trophy, those grooves and the texture all hold that sauce. So that's why they add it, which is such a cool detail of every
different type of spiral. So you have like fusilli, which are like the flat spirals coming out, and this is like
fusilli. Fusilli kind of looks like the circular slide at the playground.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
And then like trophy is more like if you just take a flat thing and wrap it around a pencil, kind of, and it's like, or like a curl, like if like how women do their loose curls in their hair.
So I actually explained it in the book, and I think that this is right, but the way you do it, you kind of hold your hand a certain way and you just drag it so it almost curls, like, you know, when you take a scissor on a ribbon, it like curls from the drag, like from the pressure. So it like comes up through your thumb or, you know, side of your hand, and it just makes this cute curly shape that holds the pesto. And the story behind this pasta dish and why I put it in the book and why it's like one of my favorites is when I was in Cinque Terre with my family. I was studying abroad in Florence, and we went to a restaurant right on the water, and we had this dish, and it just blew everyone's mind, and we
fresh
still
made
talk
Italian
about
pasta
it. Yes.
in Genoa on the water.
So simple, just a few ingredients. I mean, the pasta is literally just flour and water, you know, and the pesto is pine nuts, garlic, basil, salt, pepper, olive oil, and parm. So so simple, so delicious.
It's not shocking to me. You've been doing this now. We'll back up and tell us exactly when you got your start with pasta. I don't think it was just pandemic based, or was it pandemic?
No, so pandemic was more of when I started my company. So I grew up absolutely obsessed with pasta. I just could eat it every single day as a kid. I grew up with homemade pasta, so any kind of special occasion, especially our Easter dinner, me and my family get around the table and make like 300 plus ricotta ravioli.
Is Brooks an unknown Italian name?
No. So Brooks is my married name.
Okay.
My maiden name is Keach.
Okay.
But my grandmother's name is Michelli. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I have the same problem.
So there's some nonas back there.
Exactly.
My mother's maiden name is Evangelista, but I got saddled with Bryant, and I'm like, I swear, I'm Italian. I swear, I feel your pain.
Exactly.
So this is really like a family tradition.
So this is completely family tradition. And when I moved out to San Diego in 2012, I brought that tradition with me because my brother lives here too. I had family out here. So every Easter, my family and friends, whoever is here, sometimes neighbors, whoever, comes to our house, and we make homemade ravioli with my grandmom's meat sauce, which is incredible. I could just...
Sounds like we're going this year, Troy.
Is grandma's meat sauce in here?
Yeah, so my her meatball recipe is in here, my spaghetti and meatballs, and it's called Tots Spaghetti and Meatballs because my grandmom is very close to me, so it means so much. And
And grandma is Tot?
Grandmom Tot. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Troy, I think we should crash Easter this year.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right.
Next happy half hour is recorded live at your place.
Perfect.
From the Brooks house. Okay. So you come to San Diego. You weren't working at pasta. You were working a corporate job, right? Sounds like you had a sane career.
Yeah. So it's
a sane career.
Oh yeah.
No,
we work in media, so we think everyone who has a normal job is normal and
got
sane.
it.
Yeah,
got
right.
it. So I actually was living back with my parents in Wilmington, Delaware. And I came out to San Diego to visit my brother. I had always been in love with California, never been there, but I always wanted to go. So I came here, visited him, and basically decided on that trip that I was going to go home, quit my job, and move out here.
Okay.
So he's an angel, and I moved in with him, and he slept on the couch.
Oh, what a good bro.
So, and then a few of my friends.
Shout out, bro.
Love him. He
Yes.
facilitated so
What
much.
what is brother's?
So Chris Keach is my brother.
Chris
Okay.
Keach.
Yes.
All right. Chris Keach.
He also has a tequila company, which is
Say,
huge
why do I
around
know this name?
Called-
San Diego called Real de Valle.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Oh my God. Sorry. I was
Food
like,
and beverage.
Okay.
Our family.
how cool.
Here is something. Real de Valle. You have to go buy that. You have to go try it because there is a brother that did not make his sister sleep on the couch when she came out from
Exactly.
her life is totally on the road at this point
Yeah.
in time. She's totally lost her center, and he's like,
if you're a woman and you want to support an ethical male business,
Right.
a man who treats women right,
Exactly.
Chris Keach.
He is the best.
There we
He
go.
really is the best brother.
okay, so you move out here. You're not
Move
sleeping
out
on the
here.
couch.
Don't have a job, sleep on the couch, looking for a job. But I went to school for fashion design, fashion merchandise at Marist College in New York.
Okay.
So yes, so I was looking for like buyer positions, and I actually was right place, right time. Got a position at Roadrunner Sports as a footwear buyer.
Yeah.
You mean the big warehouse off the 52?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Loved Roadrunner. Like love all
Where
my.
you get on the
They're the best.
treadmill and they take
Exactly.
all of the photos of your
cool.
arch and
Yep.
they're like, your arch is completely fucked up.
That's like an iconic first stop for you to land at in San Diego.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I love that for you.
I was there for like 8 or 9 years, so I mean. I'm still like such good friends with all the people. We're gonna go out for happy hour soon.
Are the videos bullshit?
No,
they really-
I
okay.
mean, everyone loves it. The fake experts know everything. Like,
All right.
we're good. We really
Because I always
care.
wondered that because if you've ever been to Roadrunner Sports, which is a classic in San Diego, if you're going to get some tennis shoes, running shoes, whatever, I said running shoes mostly, but they put you on the treadmill and they put all the cameras on there,
Yeah.
and they analyze your foot, they analyze your walk and everything else. I'm like, is this snake oil?
Oh, no, it's legit.
Okay.
They put so much into it.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Anyways, okay, so that's your first.
So my first job was at Roadrunner, and I went kind of ended up being a senior product manager, buyer. Loved the job, but I then started making pasta in 2017
Okay.
with my husband. So my husband knew about social media. I did not. I was like, don't know anything.
You're like,
so
I'm making pasta while you putting that damn camera in my face.
Yes, exactly. Well, it was it was totally his idea. I was making pasta a lot, and we would test out different shapes. We got like so into it 2017, and he would film and take photos, and I would make the pasta. So back when Instagram was photos.
Yeah.
And then I know, R.I.P. And we would make. So my husband would film, and we would. Sorry, I lost my train.
You're
of thought.
okay.
You're making-
The trains to thought in here do
Instagram
not have a straight
husband
track.
taking photos.
Perfect,
Yeah,
yes.
it's all good.
So he was the person behind the camera in the very beginning.
Yeah. And so you guys start making pasta, and people start to follow you a little bit, and
Yep.
do you start picking up some gigs on the side?
So I started building a following, which I thought was crazy at the time, all around San Diego.
Sure.
So,
Grandma Tot's like, she's doing what?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, what? So built up a following in San Diego, and over the year or two, people would be like, when can we try your pasta? When can we try your pasta? So, just kind of stuck to photos until pandemic.
Okay.
So pandemic happened, and basically I got temporarily laid off from
Sure.
my job, like
Yep.
so many people.
Everybody else. Yep.
And I had 3 weeks off. And like literally probably that day or maybe the next day, my brother, again, Chris, calls me, and one of the cafes by him was about to close because they had to, and they had 120 eggs that they need to get rid of. So he was like, do you want these eggs? And you can make a bunch of pasta
So
for
the
people.
pandemic eggs have been cast off into the ether. These eggs are going to go bad, and you are the egg savior.
And I was like, this is my sign. Everyone wants to try pasta. I'll take those eggs.
literally a sign.
Let's not waste the eggs. And that's how I started my pasta. And I basically started my LLC right then and started delivering fresh pasta around San Diego.
I love that. You're
Yeah.
like, we got a problem? I got a solution. Let's do it.
There's one commenter on our podcast always. It's like, you guys almost got through the podcast without mentioning the pandemic. I'm like, look, it's like coming out of a war, not mentioning the war.
And it lasted multiple years. It only happened 5 years ago, and theoretically, it's still happening.
Most
actually, because I don't think
we're going to mention
away.
this every day for the rest of our
it's
lives.
gonna be part of people's stories for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, but I mean, and that is one of the, I mean, again, the bright spots is that, it's like everybody at that moment was like, well, if the world is going to hell in a shit basket,
we'll make a bunch of pasta.
I'm going to take a shot of my dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That too.
Exactly.
Did I reach the wrong conclusion?
Jackie's like, well, you're going to have snacks on the way down.
We need pasta.
If you're ever taking a road trip to hell, you need some.
I was like, this is a really smart thought, I should say.
I love you so much. Yeah. Okay. So you take their kind of leave of faith. Did you quit your job?
So no, I had those 3 weeks off. So I just made a ton. I must have made like 60 batches of pasta over that 2 weeks.
Because you're all in. You made an LLC.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to make
in.
so much pasta.
Yeah.
You probably didn't sleep. You're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why did I get an LLC? I need to make so much effing
Cost
pasta.
$800 to incorporate in California.
Right?
You got to justify that filing fee.
Exactly. And I'm like, I got these weeks off. I'm going to just go to work.
Okay.
So yeah, I basically, posted on my Instagram and was like, hey guys, ask and you shall receive. Who wants some pasta? So, and at that time, everyone was delivering food. Delivery was huge. So it was perfect.
Okay.
And so basically
you were delivering pasta.
Delivering pasta. I got a vacuum sealing machine,
which broke 9 times.
Yes. I mean, I've gone through a couple.
Yeah.
But and just sealed up my pasta. And then throughout that whole time.
So you're the pasta fairy of the pandemic.
I am.
Okay, got it.
Oh yeah, the pasta fairy. I like that.
Yeah.
So, and then I would make, fresh pesto to go with it and people could add it on.
The sauces, for
I
sure.
made Tots spaghetti and meatballs for
Okay.
it one time. I made fresh ricotta for one of the add-ons. Yeah.
And you made it, and you named, when did you name the Buona Pasta?
Buona Pasta
was that the incorporated
was
name?
when I named it in 2020. And then the club was actually more when my Instagram went off.
Okay. Got it. And so the name, we've talked about your family and this being a big family tradition, but your parents actually owned a pasta
Yes.
shop, right?
Yes. So 1985, my parents opened Buona Pasta in Wilmington, Delaware, the Little Italy of Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
And
They have Japanese souffle pancakes at Morning Glory. Did they? Is this? I mean, is it a real? I'm just kidding. That's not.
Oh
what makes it
no.
real.
The Wilmington Little Italy is legit. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the old school Little Italy's on the East
Nice. All
Coast.
right.
I know. I'm gonna. I have a few friends. I went to college in Connecticut and I have a few friends from
nice.
Wilmington. I'm gonna ask them if they know the shop, if they
Yeah.
remember, because we're exactly the same age. I was born in
that's so
1985, so it would
so
be the
funny.
same
Yeah.
consciousness. Yeah.
So they opened it up in 85.
85.
Okay.
Yep. No longer opened, but I can now take the family tradition.
There you go.
And so, yeah.
Okay.
I would say it is still open in a sense. Then,
Well,
it's just
yeah,
a different
exactly.
iteration, right?
It's just
it
the
manifested
modern-
differently.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, right? That's it. Of pasta.
Exactly.
So you launch this thing. Okay, now we got to talk about your viral moment. So you're on a plane. And most people when they're on a plane, they open up some peanuts. And it's the first time you had peanuts or pretzels in a very, very long time. And those are the best tasting pretzels and the best tasting peanuts you've ever had in your life. You probably don't have peanuts because they're not allowed on planes anymore. But, not you. Not you. Where were you flying when you brought out a bowl with fresh flour and eggs, and by the nice window, just made a handmade some gnocchi on a plane?
Yes. So I was flying San Diego to Philly.
Okay.
To go home.
All right.
That's where I fly into. And I have to shout out my friend Dallas. It was her idea. So I used points to get first class tickets because I was like, why not?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, since you have first class tickets, you should make pasta
Oh my
on
God,
the
this
plane.
was a
You have
content
room
flight.
to do
I'm
something,
obsessed.
yeah.
Yes,
I'm
because
obsessed.
background, I have this series called Pasta in the Wild where I make it anywhere. I make it when we're camping. I make it at the beach. I make it under the Tetons.
Got it. Okay.
So this was already a thing. And I do that to just show you that you don't need anything to make pasta. You
Yeah.
just need flour, water, flour, eggs,
Yeah.
a fork,
People think it's a much heavier lift than it is.
Exactly.
It
Right.
seems so abstract.
Yeah.
It's super intimidating. My whole thing is like trying to take the intimidation out of it and just be like, you guys can do this. You can do this. It's easy. It's
I love the
simple.
pasta the wild
Yes.
concept, you know,
Yes.
because it's not a wild thing to make pasta.
No,
you know?
no. So it's a perfect way to show people that it's this simple.
You can do it.
So, so that's where the idea of making pasta on the plane came from. So,
Okay, so you're sitting there, and I watched the video.
Yeah.
you know,
Walk us
and,
through this experience.
and so you do
Including
this
the
thing.
anxiety.
You put it online, and it goes ballistic.
yeah.
It goes ballistic, and people are like, "Oh my god!" And I look, anything that is done in a non-traditional arena is always more interesting. You know, pop-up dinners, concerts in underground parking garages, whatever it may be.
Our human brains are quite literally wired for novelty. That's why we have
Yeah.
dopamine. It's there. We have disorders for dopamine. It's a whole thing.
So I love this.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I love the story behind this because I mean, you have your deep pasta roots. The fact that you're trying to show people that you can bake pasta literally anywhere.
Yep.
You know, that's and kind of take the barrier of I can't do this away from people and be like, yeah, you can. You can even do it on an effing plane.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
and so you do this. Okay, so then it goes absolutely viral. What was the
I
day
did
that it? How did it
So
feel?
actually, I posted this last year,
Okay.
and it actually didn't really do anything because I said, "POV, you're making pasta on a plane."
Yeah.
It's when I said, "POV, you hate airplane food, so you make it yourself," and that just
That was
people
it.
hated it.
Oh,
People
really?
were so mad. People were like, "What? How'd you cook it? You know, just eat the peanuts." Like,
Oh,
just
so they took you very literally.
so seriously. I was like, "This is a joke, guys." Like,
So you got some
oh,
hate.
so much.
Okay.
Like people
I
really
mean-
thought you were like trolling them. Like I hate the
Yeah.
slop that they give me so much that
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
They're like, "How
brought my
did
hot plate with me."
Yes,
Like
exactly. They're like, "How did you cook it?" The flight attendants must have been pissed. Meanwhile, they had no idea. The person next to me, I told her, and she like was sleeping, and she was like,
Cool.
"Okay."
Yeah.
She was
please don't
not
talk to me again.
impressed.
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, everyone's
She's
like,
like-
"How'd you get that bag of flour in there? How'd you get the dough scraper?" Like they were mad. They were not.
kind of.
And so, but you did roll some gnocchi. You rolled some.
Oh yeah. I did the whole process. I made the dough.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for, a cup of water from them. I knew I wasn't cooking it and eating it.
Sure.
And people were freaking out about the like sanitary on the airplane. I'm
Who's
like,
eating it but you?
I know, exactly. I'm like,
Right.
you don't have to eat it.
Right. Exactly. This is not going
So-
directly into a bag into a store that that is
Yeah.
going to contain your
Exactly.
taint your family.
And
Relax.
it proves the point of that concept, pasta in the wild even more because I mean truly what is the most uncomfortable place on earth save for a torture chamber?
Yeah.
An airplane.
Airplane.
Like 100%. Like it's the worst place to be on human like in humanity
Inside of a
period.
Nickelback song.
Absolutely, like truly the worst. So like if
Agreed.
you can do it there,
I know.
you can really do it anywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean,
Like
flying
you
on
have
a.
no elbow space. I mean, granted, okay, you were in first class, fair enough.
Yeah.
But still, like it just
It's like
the idea.
claustrophobic
Yeah.
yoga.
Yep.
you
It's
know?
such a juxtaposition,
Yeah.
like leisurely making gnocchi in your
Yeah.
beautiful Nancy Meyer's kitchen versus like I just see all of it come together. It must have
Yeah.
just broken people's brains.
Oh, it did.
Yep.
Oh, it did.
Wait, so I mean, but
They're
was
still going. I'm still getting comments every single.
how many
like,
how many views does this have now?
I mean, TikTok, I think, has like 16 million.
Oh
Instagram has like 13 or 14. Facebook has probably the same.
Oh my god!
People.
You're famous,
Yeah.
proper.
Oh, I know.
I mean, you have over 500,000
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah,
That's great.
Instagram.
That's
yeah.
fame levels.
So you
I think.
built
yeah.
yourself a pasta community. That's awesome.
I did.
An empire.
But how bad? Seriously, how bad was the hate? I mean, was it? Were
Oh.
people really angry?
I mean, 95% of it is hate.
no
yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How dumb were people?
That's a research paper waiting to be written. I'm sure someone has
Yeah.
tackled this.
It's-
The
Right.
psychology behind that is just endlessly dark to me.
Right. I know. Well, and I understand like there's some sort of there is
get
a
it.
respectable skepticism of things that happen on the internet.
Yes.
Right.
That is
you know,
part of it.
there is like you see the very, very lithe, skinny woman or man crushing with like a big waffle cone, and people are like,
Yes.
you didn't eat that, all
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I eat that and I don't look like that.
I actually think it goes a little bit deeper. I think there's a malaise in our society these days. Everyone's tired. They feel overextended, everything. They feel kind of crushed. And I actually think that it's just like people are so, like, they're so sick of feeling had in general that they'll take it out on whatever they feel is like tricking, whatever stimulus is right in front of them that triggers that feeling.
Yeah.
And the internet has that layer of anonymity, yada, yada, yada. Here we are.
Right,
It's a fascinating psychological study.
Yeah.
But like, how did you weather it?
I was like, you guys are mad at nothing.
Perfect. So you were just like, thank you for the engagement.
I
You
get
didn't internalize it.
No, I've been dealing with this for a long time. Anytime my stuff goes viral, which is a lot, honestly, people are mind blown about pasta. My first video that actually like is what grew my account was I just randomly posted this video, and now I always do that, of up close pasta dough making, and people's mind were blown, and all the comments were like, what, this is how easy it is, like I had no idea, oh my gosh. Like, so that's how I realized, okay, people don't know about pasta and I'm gonna teach them.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of got into the like inspiring people to make pasta and showing them that it's super easy, which is how the pasta in the wild thing came up. So
And you are getting the ire of people probably from like maybe Italian chefs or cooks or the. I don't know.
honestly,
did you get any of that backlash?
Not really. I feel like they actually were
They're like, cool.
psyched about it. And I really got more people that don't know anything about it. And they would be like, pasta's not made with the whole egg, because they saw a video of egg yolk pasta. Or they like, I show semolina and water pasta. They're like, water pasta? That's like, paste. And they're like, that must taste disgusting. I'm like, that's actually like the most traditional pasta is pasta. So people get really mad about things that they don't know.
Right.
You know?
They do.
So that's what I get a lot of hate about that. And I'm like, I don't care. You're mad about my pasta. I could care less. Like
thanks for the engagement. I'm going to take that to the bank.
We
100%.
live in a world where a woman can demystify and make this really nice bowl of pasta and show people how to create something simple and beautiful. And by doing that, incurs more hate than anybody in San Diego.
There was a tweet 2 years ago that went viral, and people still talk about it because it was such an internet moment, that this woman just tweeted like, I just love sitting in my garden with my husband on Saturday mornings talking and having a night. That's literally the tweet, having a nice conversation. It went, and everyone was like, you fuck about. She got just, I have never seen someone. I've never seen someone get destroyed. And like, to the point it was such a reaction. People who are online still talk about that because it was like, oh, I thought it was just a very nice tweet from a very nice lady.
I fully support your airplane making
appreciate
pasta in the wild. Your Buona Pasta Club, the Buona book. Where can people buy this?
Oh yeah.
So Barnes & Noble, Amazon, your local indie store. I mean, it's all over. It's worldwide, English-speaking countries too. So yeah, just
and how else can
ask
people
for it? If you don't find it, ask for it, and hopefully they'll bring it in.
Okay.
And how else can people engage with your work, with the Pasta Club in general?
Basically, follow all my platforms, whatever one you're on. I'm on TikTok,
Buona
Instagram,
Pasta Club.
Buona Pasta Club.
Okay.
YouTube. I do a lot of like long format videos on YouTube, and I'm actually gonna start more long format pasta in the wild videos on my YouTube. So
where's the wild? You're thinking about wild, then I guarantee you've got a list.
How wild are we talking?
Where's your dream wild spot? Are we on a glacier? Are we?
That would be amazing.
Okay.
For now, it'll be like national parks, camping,
Like on Zabarita.
in the desert.
It sounds like you're just trying to fund
the
your natural
mountains.
park camping habit.
I think we might be onto something.
Okay. All right. Anything else about your story that we haven't talked about?
Oh man, I think that.
I mean, there's a whole life behind
there's
this.
so much. There's so much.
All right. Well, shout out to your brother who did make
Yes.
And
do you ever make pasta for sale anymore? Do you ever do pop-ups, anything like that?
So I do pasta parties, pasta workshops. Like I'll do private pasta parties if you want.
Okay.
I do like bachelorette parties, book clubs around San Diego. I also do virtually. Like I do a lot of like employee holiday parties and team building parties. So I've done a few like big ones virtually and just tell people what to get for the ingredients since it's so simple. So yeah,
Phenomenal.
I would just
How cool.
Yeah, follow along and buy the book. You won't regret it. You can make pasta.
You can make pasta,
You can.
and that's some of my favorites cooks and chefs and people that have been around in the food scene now for a long, long time are the ones that just like, it's not that fucking hard, dude. It's really not.
Yeah.
And I look, yes, I've done a lot. I've trained myself in many skills, and I could do many things. You know, and these are Michelin star chefs. Like, but what people don't realize is a lot of the basics are really simple, man. They're not. It's not that hard. You too can do this.
Once.
And I think just calling that out, and the fact that you've kind of demystified it, the roadblocks that people have in their brains that this is some kind of magic.
It really is
wicked
mental.
thing.
It is like 99% mental for most of the stuff, right? Yeah.
I am a big supporter, and I'm going to go
Thank
leave
you.
a positive comment
Yes.
on that making gnocchi on a plane video.
Love it.
Love it.
I can't wait.
So congratulations on your success. Let's move into, where can people find you? Is it at Buona Pasta Club? Like, so what, Instagram?
Yeah, so you can go to buonapastaclub.com and then you can find all my links
Socials.
for everything. Pasta parties. Yep. And you can find socials.
And once
everything.
again, endorsing in real time that pasta is absolutely effing delicious. So thank you. You can keep the vessel. You cannot keep the pasta.
Yes, no.
All for you.
Thank you so
I
much.
already ate half of it. So.
All right, so now we're going to go in to get some. This is our part of our show where we just turn people on to things that we love, and we can start with you because we already mentioned his name and the fact that you probably haven't blurbed because you spent some quality time there. Where's your get some?
So Corey Pastaficcio is my all-time favorite. Anytime anyone asks where to get pasta, I say that. I say Corey. I've never had a bad meal, and I've been there a lot of times. Yeah. I actually celebrated my husband Hunter there on Tuesday when my book launched.
Nice.
And I like a little story background of why we love Accorcio so much is he is just like the nicest sweetest
human
person.
being.
And when I was just still Buona Pasta SD, like locally small Instagram, he was messaging us and saying, I am opening up a restaurant. And because we really loved him at his last restaurant. So he
was at
Solare.
Yeah.
So we went into Corey like right when they opened. This was like before pandemic. I think it was right before, late 2019. Me, Hunter, and my brother, and he was so excited to see us. I felt like so special, and he was like, "Come in back. Let me show you all my pasta tools. Let me show you the kitchen. Cool. Let me show you the machines." And it was the coolest thing. And I actually have this pasta thing where I put all my pasta tools in my Nook, and I got that from him. So it's like a little cork board kind of type
Where's
thing.
your pasta Nook? Is it in your?
It's in my house. We have a little breakfast Nook.
There you go.
It's tiny. Everyone's like, "Oh, if I had a big house, I would make pasta too." And my Nook is literally this big. Yeah. So
again, you can make pasta
anywhere.
It's not in Martha Stewart's mansion.
Exactly. So I have all my tools showcased behind where I film.
And what is your favorite thing to order at Corey?
And my favorite thing to order is, they always are doing seasonal
fresh.
So I love to, try the seasonal.
That free tomato pasta from the summer was insane.
Oh, that's what I had on Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah. And my husband's all-time favorite is their lasagna is incredible. And we always get the cacio e pepe, donuts.
Yes.
So they're filled with cacio e pepe. Mind blowing.
I'm going to briefly put you on the spot.
Yes.
Tatz's meatballs and spaghetti, or the Big Ole and meatballs at Corey.
Oh my God. Honestly,
if you don't see your grandma, you are out of the show. I'm kicking you out right now.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
No.
I believe it. I do believe it.
I can eat it every single day of my life, multiple meals. Tots spaghetti and meatballs, but I also love everything at Corey.
Correct
I feel
answer.
you.
Correct answer. Don't let her pull you into that trap.
I would never, Todd.
Gotcha moment.
You're diabolical.
We're doing investigative journalism.
All right, awesome. Corey is it. For you, where have you eaten, Lacey? Or do you want me to go now?
No, I just need a visual aid because
Okay.
there's so much to describe.
Okay.
So we had friends over for breakfast recently, and I thought it would be a good idea to check in with former Happy Half Hour guest Liale of Falafel Heights. Heights on 30th.
Falafel Heights is fantastic.
In North Park. And she did like a big Palestinian breakfast spread for us with fried cauliflower with lemon squeeze, fried eggplant. She made her own bread, like lavash bread, made hummus, labna, stewed tomatoes for us, gave us farmer's cheese. Her mom made za'atar, gave us olive oil, obviously her sumac loaded falafels, fried potatoes. My kid loved those. It was just, I mean, we dined out for days. She gave us way too much food. It was fantastic. She doesn't actually have breakfast on the menu, but if you ask her, she can price it out and figure it out. And she loves to do custom things in catering. So Falafel Heights, Liali, she is, oh my God, she's the best.
On 30th, what, across from Redbird? No.
It's 30th, just like it's like next to it's like up from Red Wing.
Yeah.
It's like really like kind of like catty corner with Saigon Coffee, like a few places.
It is. She brought in her falafel to Happy Half Hour when she did the show. It was, I mean, incredible. And
it's just green, bright green when you look inside.
I am not a falafel person, to be quite honest with you. I'm not a huge fan.
It depends. And hers are
just
moist,
a little too doughy for me,
and flavorful.
And usually dry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
She's got the crunch on the outside.
Hers were so good.
So that's mine.
Okay. For me, I went to see Valle, Roberto Alcocer, and I think I talked about this last week or a couple weeks ago. And
the anniversary, right?
The anniversary party that he did. I mean, it's been now 3 or 4 years. It was a 4 year? I think it was 4 years. 4 years. Roberto Alcocer moved his family up from Valle de Guadalupe and came up here and built this Mexican restaurant, our only Michelin star Mexican restaurant in San Diego. And the dinner that he did, there was 3 chefs. And there was one from Madre, which is a great restaurant in Ensenada. It's a husband and wife that do it. And then there was a 3rd chef who was the opening chef with Roberto Alcocer, who was chef de cuisine when they got the Michelin star. So he was basically running the kitchen. He was in the show. He came from Joel Robuchon. He spent time with Jose Andres.
So he knows a thing or two.
So he knows a thing or two. So he was one. I mean, it was him and Roberto who got the Michelin star. And when you taste a menu, and everybody's food was great. There's always a couple that you're like, oh shit, who cooked this?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Who made this? And it was a ravioli. And it was a huit la coche ravioli. Huit la coche is this. It's called Mexican corn smut. It's basically the truffle of Mexico.
Yeah,
it's a
fungus.
Fungus that grows on corn, and you turn it into a delicacy. It's delicious.
It's like this nutty, mommy-ish.
It's almost like a blue cheese of corn.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
You know, and so he made this, and I was like, God, I gotta go check it out. He's at Puesto. So Puesto has invested in Michelin star people along the way as they've evolved. And every time I mention Puesto, and I love saying this, is that somebody's like, "That's a chain. They suck. they're too big. I don't like them. You gotta
God forbid you open more than one spot."
They get so mad. They're like, "That's not a little. It's not the abuelita with their taco cart. I love the abuelita with their taco cart. I will mention
everyone needs to stop projecting.
And if you go to 40 Tacos, the issue that we just did right now, almost all of it is tiny little shops. But so Raul made this such an incredible ravioli that I had to go down and visit him with his new stuff. I'm like, I got to see you. I got to meet you, talk to you, get your story. Incredible story. Like he was driving his grandma around Mexicali when he was 9 years old.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she taught him how to cook, and then she was like, drive me to the store.
That's
so
tight.
at 9 years old.
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And then, lost his mom early on, and him and his dad kind of had to fend for themselves. They learned how to cook and everything else. So anyways, he's born and raised in Tijuana and then a little bit of San Diego, Mexicali. All that background is to say, he does a suadero taco. Holy shit. He takes a Snake River Wagyu cut of beef, and for suadero style, if you go around Mexico, you often see these domes, and inside of that dome is usually a tough cut of meat. And it's usually from the belly side for a suadero style. And what it's doing, and you'll see a little moat around that dome with burbling, beautiful, golden fat. And so it's that beef basically slow cooking at like 350 degrees for 4 hours
in its own fat.
In its own fat. And if you think about all the best foods that you can think of in the world aside from Oreos, is that it is
really?
Yeah, I fucking love Oreos.
Okay.
Oh my God, they're so good. But it's usually things cooked in their own fat. It's meat. It's duck confit. It's carnitas. It's birria. It's
Just
porchetta. In the Italian it's porchetta. Whatever it may be. I mean, our shawarma.
That's why stews and roasts
Right.
and
shawarma
Like a roast chicken
cones
is
when
the platonic ideal of a perfect meal, even though it gets denigrated.
So go, Raul Casillas is his name. He's down at Puesto. He just released this Snake River Farms a suadero style taco. It is, oh my God. It's
I smell a ravioli collab.
is
in the
one
works, right?
of the best
fusion.
things I've eaten in a long, long time.
I believe it.
That's it. Okay, so you have all your recommendations. Go subscribe to San Diego Magazine, sandiegomagazine.com. Go check out the Buona Pasta Club. Go check out the new book. Demand it every single place that you are. Go to your parents' house and you demand that they sell her book. All right?
Don't leave it
That's
there.
it. Make some damn pasta on a plate. All right? You're just sitting there. You got
Make
your
it in
headphones
house.
on.
Let's start there.
Yeah, you got your headphones on. You know, you just need a little flour, single egg, first class ticket. You know what I mean? Like trade your points. And then Jackie Bryant, you find Jackie at JACQBRY. She's now a professor teaching the future of journalists at SDSU.
I am.
And she's doing a damn good job, which
Thank you.
nobody
Check
is
it
shocked by because she's one of the most intelligent people
We're
I know.
doing big things.
You can find me at Hey Troy Johnson on Instagram. And what do we have next? Tickets are on sale for Del Mar Wine and Food right now for in September 30th through October 4th. We have sold over, I think, close to 1,000 tickets in the first few weeks after the first festival. Thank you guys so much for showing up. It's going to be amazing again. But this year tickets will get a little tight because we have sold so many. So get them now. They're $100 off. Whatever. I'm going to stop pumping myself. That pasta's delicious. Let's get out of here. Happy half hour. See you next week.